Josh here, Wargaming Noob Historical, back with another journey into scale modeling. This time around, I'm going to talk about the progress that I have on my Willys Jeep that I'm building up. But before I do that, I know I have the P51 Mustang here on the screen. I know obviously I'm going to be talking about the Jeep, but I wanted to talk a little bit about this Mustang because this was the first scale model build that I did on the channel. I never followed up with another video regarding my progress on it. You can see that I have completed the Mustang here. Maybe just need to do a little bit of touch-ups on some of the paint, but I wanted to show it off just to kind of have some closure on this particular model. I really enjoyed building this on camera. It was fairly easy. The decals, for the most part, were pretty easy, except for the striping there. As you can see, it's kind of messed up, but I have figured it out since then, and hopefully the next time I do an aircraft build that the decaling will be a lot smoother. I did use Lollipop there. You can see I put the green on the hood or the cowling of the aircraft, and obviously with the red, this is a red tail Tuskegee Airman P51. So yeah, very happy with how this turned out. I did end up getting the Airfix clear plastic stands, and then I primed it with black and then kind of put a matte finish to it, so it's a little bit sturdier. Very happy with how it turned out, and now I'm displaying this aircraft on my shelf here at home. I think initially when I bought this kit several years ago, I was going to use it for bolt action, but I think it's better as a display piece, and I'm very pleased with how it turned out. All right, anyway, let's move on to the main reason why I'm doing this video, and that's the progress on my Willys Jeep. All right, so this is what I have for the Jeep. As you can see, I have most of the main body done. I have the undercarriage with the engine there and the tires, wheels attached already, and then I have the driver as well as some other parts, including the 50 cal, the spare tire, and then the steering wheel. I want to talk a little bit about what I've worked on first, and that's the driver here. The miniature included in the kit is always the first thing I try to get done. It gives me the feeling of accomplishing something for the model kit before even diving head first into the rest of the model. As you can see, I'm very happy with how he turned out. I did end up using just Agrax Earth Shade for all of the shading, except for the flesh. I did use Reichland Flesh Shade for that. I think initially with the U.S. Infantry kit, I used the Army Painter military shader, which is kind of like a green shade. I didn't like how that turned out on the 1/35 scale U.S. Infantry, so I just opted for a brown. Wash, and it turned out just fine. To mitigate the darkening of the colors on the miniature here, I ended up just dry brushing the original colors for each of the components of the miniature. Brown violet for the helmet, Vallejo khaki for the jacket and the putties, field drab for the pants, the slacks, and then red leather for the boots. So all of those are actually Vallejo paint. The webbing, mainly the belt, is also Vallejo green gray, so that's what I used for that. All right, so that's the miniature. The first part of the model I did work on was the main body of the Jeep itself. I actually just installed the seats in there, but I got the dash, I got the steering column, I got what I believe to be right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Fire extinguisher, I got the stick shift and some more levers there. Part of the engine, I believe this is the part of the steering column, I would assume, or power steering, I don't know. I also did use the clear glass headlights. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can bring it up. So I did that, and then this box down here. I'm not quite sure what the box is, but That was part of the instructions. So I did that. The easiest part obviously was the undercarriage. So I actually primed everything in olive drab, including the body here, and then kind of try to mask off the wheels so that I could paint the tires black. To somewhat success. I didn't have good masking tape that was thin enough to block, so I'll just have to go over the black parts that seeped in to the wheels and paint that up again. The engine wasn't too difficult to assemble, but I don't know if you guys can see the difference. I did paint the engine itself brown violet, which is kind of a dark brownish green. I think historically the engine was either painted olive green or black, but because the majority, I wanted to go with a darker green for the engine bay. Although once the body of the vehicle, the Jeep, is on there and the hood is on, you're never going to see the engine. But, part of the process of modeling is just doing the little bits. And I wanted to kind of do my part in, ensuring that I got it as accurate as possible. So hopefully I got a lot of that in camera. 50 cal, black. It's going to go in the back here. The spare wheel, and then the steering wheel. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot of progress, but I'm pleased with what I have accomplished. Let me get this guy back on the screen, especially the driver. I really wanted to improve the way I painted the figures for these kits. I think I'm getting there, and obviously as soon as I do more and more of these kits, I'll get better at it, because it is a change of pace from 1/56 scale. The details pretty much matter more since you can see more of the model and it's in a larger size. But surprisingly, a very easy kit to assemble. I just have a lot of the little small doodads I need to attach and then finish up the Jeep itself, including the windscreen, which does have with clear plastic like that emulates glass. I think I'm going to have the windshield down, but I haven't decided yet. We'll see as I complete. Hopefully in the next update, we'll be closer to having the entire Jeep assembled, no decals, just so that I can finish this up and work on some more stuff. I do have an Italeri 1/35 scale Kubo wagon that I want to work on, which should be just as easy. And then hopefully after doing those two vehicles, I'll be making my way up to the Panzer II and then eventually a larger tank. So anyway, very easy kit. I can see why a lot of folks recommend this as a first kit for newbie scale modelers. It's not that hard, but it has enough complexity in it and enough parts so that you can, one, make it your own, two, learn the fundamentals of doing scale modeling, which you wouldn't think is tough, but it's a different kind of modeling from wargaming modeling. But anyway, that's it. I've rambled on long enough. That is my progress on my Willys Jeep project for 1/35 scale. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and click like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate it if you would. Click the bell notification icon to get notified of all new journey into scale modeling vlogs coming on the channel, and then click the link in the description below to join our Discord server. That's the best way I can personally interact with you and chit-chat you about scale modeling and anything else that I cover on the channel. That's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Journey into Scale Modeling from Wargaming Noob Historical.